students, let's read the question. How is a prokaryotic cell different from a eukaryotic cell? So we have to tell that a major differentiation between a prokaryotic cell and a eukaryotic cell. So cells on a broader basis are classified into two categories: the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So the prokaryotic cells are those type of cells which are primitive kind of cells. They are primitive. Pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. So they are having a primitive nucleus, or we can say the nucleus is absent. Whereas eukaryotic cells, U means true and karyon means nucleus. So those type of cells which possess a true nucleus, such a nucleus which is enclosed by a nuclear membrane containing DNA, then that kind of representation is called a nucleus. And that nucleus, that proper true nucleus is present in the cell, then that cell is called as eukaryotic cell. Whereas if the nucleus is absent in the cell, it is called as a primitive type of cell, which is a prokaryotic cell. So the first differentiation point between the two is here the nucleus is absent, whereas over here true nucleus, or we can say the nucleus is present. Further, the next point is that prokaryotic cells are composed of, basically they are unicellular organisms, which means an organism which is consisting of only one cell, then that cell is usually prokaryotic cells. So if any organism is having prokaryotic cells, then that is a unicellular organism. So we can say these are unicellular organism. What is a unicellular organism? Such an organism which is composed of only one type of cell, which is formed of only one cell, then that is a unicellular organism, which means that only one cell is forming the entire organism. And if I come to eukaryotic cell, then they may be unicellular or multicellular. Like if I talk about the humans, we are having multicellular organization, and we are having eukaryotic cell. Means our each cell is a eukaryotic cell and we are multicellular organisms. Further, if I come to the next differentiation, the DNA arrangement in prokaryotic cell is circular. The arrangement of DNA is circular. DNA is usually double-stranded and it is a circular type of DNA. If I come to the eukaryotic cell, DNA is arranged linearly. We are having a double-stranded DNA which is linearly arranged. It's not circular. Like we might have seen the DNA arrangement like this. Moreover, if I have to tell few certain examples, which will be our fourth point. So examples of prokaryotic cell has to be cyanobacteria, or we can say blue-green algae. Blue-green algae, which is a cyanobacteria, and all bacterias. All the kind of bacteria are prokaryotic cells. They are composed of prokaryotic cells. And if I talk about the example of eukaryotic cell, then we can write animal cells. Animal cells are eukaryotic cells. Plant cells are eukaryotic cells, etc. So animal cells, plant cells are eukaryotic cells. Blue-green algae and bacteria are our prokaryotic cells. So that is going to be the major differentiation between a eukaryotic cell and a prokaryotic cell. In these ways, both of the two are different from one another. One is composed of a primitive kind of nucleus, which means the nucleus is absent, and here true nucleus is present, and furthermore points are available. So this is the differentiation. I hope you understood it well.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.